Johnny Murray here, and welcome back to a brand new review. Today, we're going to be talking about Blueprints. Now, Blueprints, man, came out of nowhere. I mean, really just came out of nowhere. I remember seeing this at, I think it was like I think it might have been a State of Play or something like that. And, you know, I thought it looked cool. I liked the art style. I thought, okay, we're cool. We're getting like a cool mystery game going through doors. But I didn't really understand what it was, and I really didn't care to do research or look into it until reviews came out and people were glowing. People were going crazy. People were like, "Yo, Blueprints is that game," and I was like, "Really? Like, is it that good? Like, okay, maybe I gotta give it a try." And like I do with every game, I just play whatever. I play whatever. Like, I don't care if I'm even interested in the game or not. This is a perfect example. I really wasn't interested in this game, but I thought I'd play it because why not? Who knows? I may be wrong, and that is okay. And so I just gave it a try, and well, we got one of the best indie games of the year, hands down. Not only that, I think we got one of the best games of the year. So we're gonna talk about that. I'm going to give you my Blueprints review, but thank you also for tuning into the video. If you guys love it, if you guys love gaming, doesn't matter what you love, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, third-party, PC, VR, indie, whatever it may be, consider subscribing, share with your friends. We cover video games daily on this channel, and there's a lot of awesome things to talk about in gaming right now, and a lot coming out soon. So, appreciate all the support you guys give me, especially the support in this video right here. But without further ado, man, let's jump into Blueprints. And dude, this game is awesome. This game is awesome, and I really don't fault anybody if they just go ahead and say this is their game of the year. I think if you love puzzles, if you love roguelikes, if you love mystery, if you love indie games, this game is 100% for you. Like, this game is straight up your alley. This game is awesome. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into the good. And the first thing that's good is this game's gameplay. The roguelike formula with what this game is, it just works perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and explain what this game is for people who haven't heard what Blueprints is. Blueprints is a indie game. It is a roguelike where basically you are in a mansion. You start out in one room and you have this 5x10 grid that you can draft these other rooms in. Every time you go to a door, you draw 3 cards. You then choose one of those cards, which in this case are rooms. You draft one of those rooms to go into. These rooms can be dead ends. They can have doors leading to the next space. They can have items. They can have things. They can be special rooms. Every room has something to do, whether it's giving you more currencies, giving you resources, giving you items, just giving you a path forward, giving you certain things that help you activate other things in other rooms, giving you items that you need to complete the main story, right? Every room has a purpose, and what you are doing is you are drafting rooms to figure out the mystery and reach the end of the game. The goal for majority of the game is to reach the antechamber, which is the room at the very, very top. Once you get there, other things happen. I'm not going to try and spoil things, but just reaching that, it doesn't automatically just start rolling credits. There is more to the game than just reaching that. But what this game does better than so many other games that I've played recently when it comes to puzzle and mystery is there is a lot of different gameplay systems in place here. And what's so great is everything meshes so well together. There are certain rooms that are basically their own mini game. There is like a room where it's like two truths and a lie, or 2 lies and a truth. There is a game where it's a math room where you have to solve math things on like a dartboard. There is a room where you have to connect the pipes to send power to certain things. There is a room where you have to try and level out different levels of water. And there are so many different things. There is permanent upgrades that you have to figure out mysteries. There isn't just the whole one idea of getting to that top room and boom, that's it, mystery solved, game beat. There is stories on stories. There is obviously the main story, which the premise is, you know, you are the heir of this man who owns the mansion, and in order to you know, get that inheritance, you have to find this room. But when you're going through this house and drafting these rooms, all these other side stories and plots start unfolding with all these different characters that are somehow related to you, or the man who owned it, something S or something Sinclair. I forget what it was. And with this game, this game is just never ending, right? That is one of the best things about this game, is every time you enter a room, the game somehow expands more than you thought it already was. 20 hours into the game, you are still finding new things, and things that just surprise you. You're like, oh, that's what that does. That I saw 20 hours ago, thought it was just a random candlestick. Turns out it's this lever to open a painting on the wall. And it's just like, how did I know that? Well, because I went to another room and it enabled that. It's because I went to a room and it told me, hey, look for candlesticks. There are so many things that just connect with each other. This game has so much connective tissue to it. It just never feels like there's just randomly placed things. It doesn't feel like there's just these randomly placed keys and gems and currencies thrown around to, try and get a bigger system within the game. No, everything is so specific. Everything is so deliberately placed in this game to make such a cohesive experience from start to finish. I'm over 20 hours in. I have rolled credits, but I am still finding new things, and I'm still wanting to play the game because it is fun. And finding these puzzles, finding these mysteries and these story beats is so satisfying, because it isn't just say solve puzzle, boom, cutscene. No, you have to do things that you have no idea what even does. You could find something in your first hour that relates to something you find in your 8th hour that will end up relating to something you do in your 30th hour. That is how connective this game is. And none of those things connect to the main story, but then some of those things will connect to another side story. You may do something in the main story that connects to a side story, that will then connect to another side story that reconnects to the main story. That is how connective this game is. And it's just insane what they were able to do. And it's all through gameplay. It is all through gameplay, right? There are very little cutscenes. There is a couple, especially when you reach a certain room called the Rumpus Room, where you basically, it's like a fortune teller kind of, and he gives you this little cutscene. And there is just so many things in place that it's a learning experience. Yes, if you do not like puzzles, if you do not like reading, if you do not like trying to figure things out, you probably won't like this game, because there is a lot of that. But even then, it is still kind of addicting, because it is that roguelike formula. Getting those currencies. Ooh, do I use a key here and get this? Or do I risk it and go for this dead end to get this item, so I hopefully get more keys a little later on? Or, oh, do I use this door now, or do I use that door later? Right? There is that roguelike. Or how do I want to start this run? How do I want to end this run? Do I do this? Oh, my run's over. What can I still do to maximize this run, right? There is that kind of roguelike satisfaction to it. I love roguelike. Roguelikes are one of my favorite genres. And this game is a clear example of that. It is just done so remarkably well. The gameplay design is top tier. Genuinely, I think the gameplay design is almost perfect. And I say almost perfect because my biggest and only critique about this game, and unfortunately is a big one, is this game is a puzzle game. This game is a mystery game. And it's a roguelike. If you would have told me that concept, before playing this game, I would have been like, okay, I don't really understand how you would do that, but okay. Well, I now understand how you do it. And I think it works really well outside of one key aspect, and that is roguelikes have RNG. And this game has RNG. And when you're taking a game that is a lot of it is skill based. There is a lot of things that you need to do this in order to do this, in order to do that, in order to do this. And the RNG just doesn't work sometimes. Sometimes you could be halfway through doing that and the RNG just screws you, and that's it. You have to restart. There's nothing you can do about it. Doesn't matter if you solve the puzzle or not. You have to hope RNG is on your side sometimes. And I get it. Some people love that RNG. Just love getting screwed. Hey, more power to you. But for me, it really was annoying at times, because I'm like, oh, I know what I have to do. I know what I have to go. I know how this works. I just couldn't find the room, or I just kept getting screwed. Like, I was like, all right, this is gonna be the run. I have everything I need. I know what I have to do, and they're just not giving me what I need, because RNG, and it can be really annoying. It is not a game like destroying thing about it, but it does hurt it, because I think, you know, in games like Hades, where, you know, you're getting RNG, but it's either this, or this. All of those things are, you know, you can still go forward. You can still do more with whatever option you choose. Whereas this game, some options that you're given will just completely stop your experience. Like, you'll just lose, right? Whereas you can try to win with whatever you choose in Hades. Some are obviously better than others, but in this one, you will just lose no matter what if RNG is not on your side. And I think that is really unfortunate, because everything else about this game is dang near almost perfect. The visuals are really cool. I like the art style that they went for. This game, music is great. This game has opened my eyes to games having aura. This game has aura. Like, that opening cutscene is such a great setup with the atmosphere and the vibe and the music and the narrator. You're just like you can't help but just like being full attention on what the game is doing. You're like, man, this game has so much aura. Like, it's kind of intimidating. You're walking into certain rooms and the lights will turn off, and then you just hear this ominous music, and you're like, man, you just kind of get like chills. This game is really cool. This game is really awesome. I absolutely love it. I recommend at least trying it. I get it. It's definitely going to be a niche game, and I think that's okay. I do think this game is really, really good. You know, is it something like, now that I've done a lot of it and I'm done, is it still something that I'm like itching to play, or is it still something that like I'm screaming from the rooftops? No, it's not. I really enjoyed my experience with it. I think there's a lot of great quality to it. There's one thing I hate about it, and that is some of the RNG to it. But overall, there is so much to love here. I am giving this game a 9 out of 10 on the A tier. And I think this game is amazing. I genuinely do. I do think this will be in the game of the year conversation. I think it will for sure be in the indie game of the year conversation. And I think that this is one of the best puzzle games I've ever found. I've ever played, regardless of the RNG or not. You know, it doesn't happen all the time. RNG does happen sometimes, but it doesn't happen all the time. And yeah, this game is just awesome. Really just awesome. I recommend anybody play it. It is super addicting, super satisfying, and super cool. Has great aura. And I say this, Blueprint is mind-blowing. Every puzzle, every mystery, every room, every system meshes so well together. It's so hard not to be surprised every door you open. Blueprints has an insane aura with a unique art style. Blueprints once again proves why roguelike games are some of the best when it comes to its gameplay. The only downside to Blueprints is that it uses RNG mixed with puzzles, and it can be frustrating. Play this game. It's awesome. It's great. I loved it. 9 out of 10. Amazing. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely leave a like, leave a comment in the section down below provided, and please subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. Johnny Moore out. Peace.